Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Big for One Gaming here. Welcome back to episode 106 of winning a national title with every team in the game. If you guys missed any of the episodes, up in the right-hand corner will be a playlist from all of our episodes from 1 to 106. But if you guys want to see a team that we have not done before, write a comment down below. And it's these teams right here, like Penn State, Texas State, TCU, Utah State. Any one of these teams that are on the wheel currently, well, we have not done yet, so... Obviously, new episode means new team, which means we spin the wheel, unless we have a comment from last episode, which we don't. Well, the last couple episodes, I should say. And this episode, we are going to go to Syracuse. So Syracuse in this one. I believe they are in the ACC. They are an 82 overall. One of the lower ACC teams. But, I mean, Miami we still haven't done either, so we're getting close to the ACC as well. We still have, like, Wake Forest, Miami, a couple other teams, but Syracuse is this one. 82 overall. Of course, we're going to be the head coach. We are a talent developer as well, which is really going to help out for, like, the lower-rated players that come in. They can definitely progress a little bit faster-wise, which will definitely be pretty nice. But checking out our coaching abilities, we, of course, have Elite Recruiter as well, mostly for everything as well. That's kind of super, super nice. Just no recruiting hours for anything. We do have some Motivator, mostly just for defense, so that's a little unfortunate, but we do have Talent Developer for everything. Lower-rated defensive backs will progress faster and stuff like that for especially interest boosts as well for everything. Our offensive coordinator does have Elite Recruiter as well, but doesn't have any boosts. And Motivator does not have the boost for that. Defensive coordinator is the exact same, but does have the boost for the linebackers. And recruiting hours for DBs and D-lines. That will be actually very, very helpful for us in the next coming seasons. Checking out the roster, though. And we do have a 91 overall tight end, which is very solid. He's going to be with us, hopefully, for this year. And next year. Quarterback's an 85, but we do have a 76 behind him. Probably could use a quarterback. 86, we only have 3 running backs. We're definitely going to need running backs. Wide receivers were pretty set, but we need speed. Again, tight end's pretty solid. We also have an 81 behind him. Offensive line, we just need depth. A lot of, other than center, we do need a center. Defensive ends, we're actually pretty solid. Besides defensive tackle, we're definitely going to need some defensive tackles. Linebackers just need to develop. Corners, we desperately need speed, although we have a couple decent players. Safeties are decent as well, and why do we have 3 kickers? The world may never know, but we do, so we don't need any kickers at all. So I'm going to go ahead and set up Season 1. I'll be right back with Season 1. So here we are at the end of Season number 1 here at Syracuse. We go 8-4 on a very solid season here from Syracuse. Started out 4-0 before losing our first game to UNLV, who ended up being ranked as well. We then beat NC State, beat Pitt, but then lost 3 in a row to Virginia Tech, Boston College, and Cal. And then beat Uconn and Miami to end out the season 8-4. So we don't need to fire any of our coordinators. We actually have some decent coordinators as well. And we get 9,000 XP for signing all those recruits this year. I think we signed like over 20 at the beginning of the season. But Jalen Milroe wins the Heisman Trophy. 3,400 yards, 35 touchdowns to 3 interceptions on the season. And we play North Texas in the Military Bowl. So, decent bowl game. Let's hopefully we can end up with a win here after a pretty solid season. I mean, 8-5 is still over 500, but 9-4 would look even better. And we go 8-5. Well, that's unfortunate. Coach prestige goes up. Pro potential conference prestige also goes up as well. We're now a 4-star school. We got a couple people actually a bunch of people wanted to transfer out, which is not very good. But it looks like Alabama defeats Oregon 41-24 with Tulane, UNLV, Ohio State, Florida State, and Alabama as the automatic qualifiers, with Oregon, South Carolina, Georgia, SMU, Virginia Tech, and Michigan, Rutgers as the at-large bids. So that's going to end Season 1. Is on to Season 2 here with Syracuse. And here we are in Season number 2 here at Syracuse. We go 11-1 on the season. A very good season here with Syracuse. The only loss was to Clemson. We beat everybody else And there's a lot of them pretty handily. There's a couple close games with like Boston College, Duke, Georgia Tech, Texas Tech. I believe it's ranked when we played them, but they're not ranked anymore. But yeah, a lot of good wins here in Season 2. And we get to face Miami in the ACC Championship game. We're going to be going to the College Football Playoff no matter what, just because Miami is ranked 3rd when we play them as well, and we are ranked 1st. We do lose, so we are 11-2, so we go down to 3rd in the nation, which is fine, because that still means we are going to the College Football Playoff. Ty Simpson, quarterback out of Alabama, 3,800 yards, 44 touchdowns, 1 interception, wins the Heisman Trophy. We do win the Best Tight End Award, so we'll take it. We actually get an award this season, and we also get the Best Defensive Back as well. So we'll take that all day, too, and the Best Linebacker. Our defense must have been insane. But we're going to be playing NC State in the College Football Playoff, an ACC matchup, too, in the first round. So Liberty, Alabama, Miami, Kansas State, and USC were the automatic qualifiers, with NC State, Syracuse, Texas, Texas A&M, Oregon, and Georgia and Penn State as the at-large bids. So this one is going to be a tough one here against NC State, but let's see how our first run goes in the College Football Playoff. So let's get started here against 9-3 NC State. We did not play them at all in the regular season, but both teams are an 85. So this is a, even matchup here. Whoever wins this one will go play Bama, who will probably be even tougher, with them probably being like a 90 overall. But we are the home team here against NC State, and let's see how we do. We're going to start on defense first in this one. And the defense gets a quick stop, so does NC State. We get a turnover, which was huge because they had a chance to score. But nothing after one. We get the first points of the game. It's 6-0 after 2 field goals. Now a touchdown to make it 13-0 at the half. Good start. We get the ball, don't do anything. NC State punts, and they finally get their first points, but it's only a field goal. So it's still a 2-score lead of 13-3. We had a chance to score more, but unfortunately we get stopped on 3rd down. They go for it on 4th and 20 plus. We get a stop, we get another field goal. So it's still a 2-possession game. Could have put the nail in the coffin, but we couldn't. They get a touchdown by 6 points. And we will go ahead and win. 16-10 win over NC State, the big second quarter. Both teams only scored 1 touchdown this game. So it really came down to field goals. But we get the win. We are moving on to the next round. We're going to be playing Alabama in the quarterfinals here with Syracuse. So, got to figure out something here and hopefully get something going, wise at least. Alabama is going to be a very tough opponent here in the next round. Texas ends Liberty's undefeated season. Oregon destroyed Texas A&M, and Penn State destroyed Georgia as well. So, unfortunately, Alabama is going to be a tough battle, though. So let's get started here against 11-2 Alabama, and they are a 91. I expect us not to do very much in this game, especially as an 85. But hey, year 2 when we make the College Football Playoff is actually pretty solid, and we'll gladly take it. So yeah, but let's see how we do. We're gonna start on defense first here against Alabama. And the defense gets a stop, and we score a touchdown. So 7-0 after quarter number 1, and Alabama does have the football, and they get a field goal. So it's 7-3, and it'll stay that way at the half. I always wait for the end of the quarters because sometimes they score. So 7-3, now it's 7-6. The defense has done well, and they just allowed their first touchdown to make it 12-7 Alabama for their first lead of the game. And I thought we had to punt, but I guess there was a penalty. 4th and 3, we had to go for it. We get a touchdown to retake the lead by 1. But Alabama just needs a field goal, and we get a stop, and then we turn it over. We can't be doing that in the 4th quarter. They take a 5-point lead going in the 4th quarter with 2 minutes to go, and we turn it over again. They get a field goal, so it's an 8-point game, and that's going to do it. Alabama, we had them on the ropes, but the defense just couldn't hold enough, and the offense really didn't do them any favors. Turned the ball over twice in the 4th quarter, both, or I guess in the second half, both on our side of the field, and they scored 18 points in the second half to win that game. So, unfortunately, our college football playoff run ends in the quarterfinals here against a tough Alabama team, which we went up against. Just the 2 interceptions really cost us the game, or 2 turnovers, I guess. I don't know if it was actually interceptions or anything like that, but it is what it is. But Pro Potential goes up to an A-. Coach Prestige goes up to an A+, and we only got 3 people wanting to transfer out. So that is nice. And Kansas State defeats Alabama 35-20 in the national championship game. Miami ended up moving on against Texas, and Kansas State beat Oregon and USC to make it to the national title game. But that's going to end season number 2. It is on to season number 3 here with Syracuse. And here we are in season number 3 here with Syracuse. We go 11-1, having to play Virginia Tech in the ACC championship game. Only loss was against Texas A&M, and I believe they were ranked at the time we played them. But all in all, I mean, we did pretty good. We only won by 2 against Clemson and SMU. We had a couple close games, but other than that, we had a couple big wins as well, especially beating Pitt late in the year as well. But hopefully we can win this one against Virginia Tech. If we do, we're going to get the first round bye and be the number 1 overall seed going into the college football playoff. A loss, which we won, which we don't have to matter about that anymore. We have the number 1 seed going into the college football playoff here in season 3 with Syracuse. So, we'll gladly take it. We'll have to, of course, check how everyone did in the college football playoff here. Once we get to that week, of course, we get to week 16 and everything, so going to have to go one more week here. We are an 87 overall, 89 offense, 87 defense. Gunnar Stockton wins the Heisman Trophy. He had 56 touchdowns, 3,900 yards, and 10 picks on the season. So, nothing too bad here. No, I don't want... Oh, I guess we can check the score. We beat Virginia Tech 24-10 in the ACC championship game, so we'll gladly take it. But checking out the bracket, FIU was actually the other automatic qualifier, with Kansas State, Syracuse, Oregon, and Georgia with the automatic qualifiers. Oklahoma, Texas, Penn State, Michigan, Pitt, Kentucky, and Utah. I can't even speak today. As the at-large bid. So we'll get the winner of Penn State and Michigan. It'll be a tough battle in literally the first game that we have. But other than that, though, it's going to be tough battles the rest of the way. There's not going to be any gimmies anymore. So, going to have to battle and going to have to fight for every game. We're going to be playing Penn State in the Orange Bowl. Utah beat Kentucky. Pitt beat FIU. Penn State, of course, beat Michigan by 7. And Oklahoma beat Texas 31-17. So, the winner of this game will get Kansas State or Oklahoma in the semifinals here. But our run starts now. So let's get started here against 9-4 Penn State. And they're an 89 overall. So they have the 2 overall point advantage. Better offense, better defense. But we have to play well. We need to do well in this as well. And hopefully we can do pretty good. We're starting on offense first in this one. And the offense punts, so does theirs. And now we get a touchdown after a short field, so we get 7-0 lead after 1. And now we get a big turnover to go up 14-0, now 21-0. And it's a big lead at the half here for Syracuse. Penn State just has not done anything on offense here till the end of the third. They get a touchdown and the 2-point conversion to be down 16. But that's a big couple first downs here to eat up a lot of time. Only 3 minutes to go, and we put up another touchdown. So it's 31-8 here in the fourth quarter. They will not score. And they only score 8 points, and Syracuse is going to beat Penn State 31-8. So, we'll take it. We will gladly take the win. And that means we are moving on to the semifinals here with Syracuse. A dominant win over Penn State as well. And let's see who our next opponent is going to be. It's either SEC Oklahoma, which is still very weird to say, even though it's been a whole year now, or Big 12 Kansas State in the next round. So Let's see who it is. Kansas State is usually pretty good in simulation. And after we get the Player of the Week awards. We had 2 picks by the same player. Good job. We're getting a lot of... We are going to get Kansas State in the Rose Bowl. So, Kansas State wins. Utah beat Georgia, and Oregon defeated Pitt. Defeated Pitt pretty handily. So Utah had a close win against Georgia. So maybe we could see them in the national title game after facing 2 Big 12 teams. But we have to win here now. So let's get started here against 11-3 Kansas State. They're an 85 overall, but they always play well above their overall in simulation. They always do. I don't think I've seen a Kansas State team ever be like 87, 88. I think I've seen once where they're like an 86, maybe like a low 87. But I've never seen them above 89. But yet they win multiple national champions in these simulations. But we're starting on offense first in this one. And we go nowhere. Kansas State will get a field goal. And it's 3-0 at the end of one here with Kansas State leading. We get a touchdown in the second quarter. They get a field goal. So we are up 7-6 with Kansas State having the football. They go nowhere. We get stopped on 4th down. Still 7-6 here in the fourth quarter. But Kansas State's got the football, and they get a big play to get into field goal range. Now they have a chance for a touchdown. 3rd and 10. They get stopped, so it's again another field goal for them. It's 9-7, and we turn the ball over. But the defense holds. And then we get a touchdown with 2 minutes to go. So it's a 5-point game. 4th and 3, and the defense gets another stop. It's 17-9. It doesn't even matter because they're not going to get anywhere close. A 17-9 win for Syracuse. And we are going to the national title game. A dominant game 1 against Penn State. I guess technically week 2, but game 1 for us. And now a dominant week 3 in game number. Well, not really dominant on offense-wise, but the defense was dominant again. I've only allowed 17 points in 8 quarters. I'd say that's pretty good. 8 points in game 1 and now 9 points in game 2. Now we're up to an 89 again. We were like an 89, I think, most of the season as well. But, hey, we'll take it. We will gladly take it. How did that guy get Player of the Week with nothing? That was weird, unless he got the rushing touchdown. But we are going to be playing Utah. They defeated Oregon 20-17 in the semifinals. So it's Syracuse and Utah in the national championship game right here, right now. So let's get started here against 14-2 Utah. And they are an 84 overall. They have an 82 offense, 86 defense, compared to our 89 across the board. So the offense has to go out and put up some points. The defense just continues what they're doing and not allow too many points. But if we turn the ball over, it's not really going to matter. We're starting on defense first. Here in this one, the defense gets a stop. The offense gets a touchdown. Utah is driving here to start the second quarter, and they will get touchdown to tie the game. Now it's 10-7 after a field goal. Now it's 17-7. Now 17-10 at the half after Utah scores before the end. We get a touchdown to start the third, and it'll be 24-10 here in the fourth quarter. Big 3rd and 2, and they get a big run for 26. 3rd and 7, now 4th down, and they get stopped. So the defense again gets a big stop, but the offense goes 3 and out. The defense, unfortunately, couldn't stop a 4th and 12. 4th and inches, they get a first down, but they're eating a lot of time. They finally get a 1st and goal and a touchdown. So it's a 7-point game. We get a big first down. They have no timeouts remaining. And Syracuse has won it all here in Season 3. That was a tough game, even though, yeah, we had a 14-point lead at one point, but it was a closer game than what many people would have thought. Same with Kansas State, so it looks like the Big 12 does have good simulation logic, as we've seen before with Kansas State-wise. But a 24-17 win, and now that means it's another team down, and we'll check out the stats before we go. Once we go through everything here. And now, of course, passing-wise, 3,600 yards, 26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions for Davis. Rushing-wise, White 746 with 11, Hart 417 with 5, and Hale with 108 and 1. And Willis, 5 rushes, 10 yards, and a touchdown. Receiving-wise, Darren? Yeah, we're going to go with Darren. 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns. Blackburn, 941 and 5. Hale with 772 with 11. Clement, 316 with 2. Hart with 135 and 1. And Watkins, 117 and 1. Defensive-wise, Brown with 77 tackles lead the team. Michael with 9 tackles for a loss. Brown also had 7.5 sacks lead the team. Barnes had 8 picks on the season. We did force a good amount of fumbles and only recovered 4 of them. We had no blocked kicks, no safeties, and no defensive touchdowns. Kicking-wise, our junior had missed every single field goal from 50 and 1 from 30. And we missed 1 extra point on the season. Punting-wise, we had 2,500 punt yards, 12 inside the 28 touchbacks. Kick returns, nothing, and no punt return touchdowns in the national championship winning season. But that's going to do it for the video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, hit the like button down below. It is free. Really helps out the channel. Also, again, if you guys want to see a team that we have not done before, write a comment down below, and we'll get to that team in the next couple episodes. But I hope you guys have a great day, week, weekend, whenever you guys are watching this, and I'm out. Peace.